Hey everyone. I apologize for the way the last two videos came out that I made. It was technically supposed to be all one video, of course, but come to find out I was running out of data and space on my phone. So it would record for a while and shut itself off and then start recording again. But I've been debating for a while if I was going to do a video on the tarot reading that I had done back November 10th, 2025. And I figured, why not? What can it hurt? So anyway, I've got 5 tarot cards, and I'm going to show you each of them. I'm going to explain them to you. And as I explain them to you, you will understand, because these are things that Trump has done. And these are things that Trump continues to do, and all the playing in our faces that he's trying to do. And MAGA's going to be like, oh, wow, damn. She's right. So the first card is the number 8 of the Major Arcana. It's called Strength. You've got a woman standing on the cliff's edge with 2 dragons. One is presenting to be up higher than this other dragon, and she's catering to that dragon. Look. Okay? It's kind of blurry in the video, but she's got her hand up underneath his chin there, the way you would scratch it under a dog's chin. Okay? In this card, you can see that she is favoring the dragon that's up higher. Okay? What this amounts to is Donald Trump is showing favoritism to his billionaire buddies. Okay? He's favoring them, presenting them with all kinds of money, lining their pockets, and just doing his grifting thing, taking care of them. And that the small dragon is standing there with their mouth open. Sort of like in a sense of begging for food. Okay? This smaller dragon appears to be hungry. Rather be hungry for food, hungry for medical care, hungry for necessities, and you know what I'm saying? Things like that. Hungry for a little bit of money to try to make the bills. This represents that Donald Trump isn't worried about the smaller people. He's more concerned about his billionaire buddies that are up here, the 1%, the ones that think they're higher than everybody, the ones that think their feces don't have a smell. Okay? And that's what this is he's got this favoritism for people that are rich, people that have money. And he could give 2 shits less about anybody that's poor, anybody that has struggled all their life and worked every day of their life. They've lived paycheck to paycheck and always been able to barely make ends meet, barely was able to even afford what they've needed, but they've gotten by. They've done what they've had to do to get by. He don't care about y'all. I've said this a couple of times in other videos. He made it a point to say that he doesn't care about y'all. All he wanted was your vote. I was for real. I was being genuine and being honest. He don't care about you. He wanted your vote. He took your wants and needs and turned it into a campaign slogan headline just to get what he wanted. There's a few people that's tried to talk to y'all, warn y'all, and even put it out on the TV and everything, including Kamala Harris. And she wasn't saying that in order to boost herself up. She was trying to look out for everybody. No matter who your political party is or what you believe in. Everyone is entitled to equality under the laws. Humanitarian laws, civil rights, you name it, okay? You name it, the Constitution, all of it. Everybody's entitled to equality. She was looking out for people. I grew up in a household with a mother, a single mother at that was a Republican. She worked 3 jobs. When she wasn't home, she was at the bar. I was a latchkey kid. She started kicking me out at 14. By the time I was 16, I was out. She chose a new man over me. He told her either she goes or I go. My mom got rid of me. And the shit that come out of her mouth would make you just breathless. 16, Major Arcana, the Tower. There's a dragon that's wrapped around the backside of the tower, okay? It's made of rock. This is representing him trying to wield and show and possess the amount of strength, of power that he wants to have. There is a picture that's floating around online. I don't know if it's AI generated or what, but it's been out for about a year now, of him pouring gasoline on the earth, and it says world, and there's a ring of fire going around the side of earth. This tower represents him and his political party. He is going to destroy himself from the inside out. Meaning that he is going to destroy his own political party from within. Okay, as he put it, from within. He is his own enemy from within. And the more time goes by, the more enemies he creates. Not only with other countries, but from the American people, his own political party, the J6 rioters, everybody from within the White House, the DOJ, the FBI, the intelligence community, everybody. Okay? He's tearing his self apart. He is destroying our nation. He is destroying everything that holds a structural balance and a stability within our country that we, our ancestors, have created for our home. And America is our home. And MAGA is, I know there's a lot of MAGA that has walked away. They've said, fuck this dude. Okay? They're saying, and it's thought to believe that he's going to pay the J6ers with that $1.776 billion. There's a possibility. I think he's going to try to use it to build his bullshit ballroom. Guess what? There literally are no kings in the United States of America. There's literally no royalty that was born and raised in the United States and lives as royalty within our confines. There is legitimately no reason for him to have that ballroom. If he was so worried about his own safety and well-being, there was a bunker for him to get into underneath the East Wing. There was a place for him to go before he destroyed his own structural foundation. He did that shit to himself. He done that. Now all of a sudden, just like every other time, there's a national emergency. The only national emergency we've got now is Donald J. Trump. He's got to go. Then you've got 13 major arcana, which in the major arcana cards is the highest level of cards you can get in a tarot deck. These are the most important cards of the deck. These are it's like chapters. This is the most important chapter in a book of cards. Okay? Number 13, Major Arcana, the Oath card. You see this? This card has got two meanings. It's kind of blurry at the bottom. Anyway, 13 is the Oath card. The Oath Keepers. He's got them chained. And they can't even hardly breathe. Okay? Truthfully, my opinion, I think he had these people sign two forms. One was a declaration of loyalty to him. And if they break that, he's going to destroy them. Maybe not physically. Politically, they would be done for. with their family, it would be over. Okay? These people are struggling to just breathe because he's got such a tight grip around them. Okay, it's not a good thing. And if you look at this card close enough, on the ground, there is a mermaid. Okay? Now, I am not definitive about this. I'm not definite. I believe this mermaid is dead because they just suffocated. There's going to be a lot of deaths involved with this regime. And the other form that I think he had people sign was a non-disclosure agreement, an NDA. Okay? It's never too late to do the right thing. It's never too late to resign and walk away. You need to get out while the getting's good. Do you understand? Count your blessings. Accept what you've got. Accept what you've made. Accept what you've done. Take what money you've made and cut ties. Excuse yourself and leave. This dragon is gray. Ordinarily, when a human being is diagnosed with cancer, they have a gray tint to their skin. And it also depends on how much the cancer has progressed. Let me clarify that. I've known several people in my life that's had it. Okay? And he's got that melanoma or whatever it is on the right side of his neck. It looks like a form of skin cancer. It's spreading. With it being on his neck, and with it spreading downward, it's coming towards his throat. Okay? If it is what it looks like it is, that's what we're looking at. It's spreading. Okay? That's why J.D. Vance ended up with that letter telling J.D. Vance what he wants done in case he dies. J.D. needs to make a decision right now, because when Trump dies, the MAGA base is gone. J.D. is not going to have the MAGA base that Trump has got. He won't. And I can guarantee you, with Congress seeing what's going on with Trump, with Congress seeing the abuse of power, put some thought into this, logically. Do you really think they're going to give him complete and total immunity? Absolutely not. They see where it's gotten them. The Ace of Pentacles. All the Ace cards are the second highest cards in the book of tarot cards. He has been continuously, after all these countries, and bombing them, blowing them up, destroying shit. For why? Resources. America's second gold is oil. He's after the oil money. Iran is rich in oil. They can probably last 10 years on the amount of money that they have in reserves that they've made off the sales of their oil. They have produced and sold 15 million barrels of oil, I think it is, a day. How much do you think that adds up to? Think about it. It's a lot of damn money. Okay? Now look at this card. The trees, the roots are showing. Trees are bare. That's supposed to be a riverbank. Ace of Pentacles. It's representing him attempting to drain the natural resources that people have. Colorado, Cuba. Cuba needs oil to power. That way they have electricity. They can preserve their food in the refrigerators and the freezers. They don't have power again. Their electricity's out. These people have kids to feed. No matter what's going on around them, these children still have to eat. They're kids. It doesn't matter their race, their gender, their religious belief, or any of that. They are still children. And what he's doing is bullshit. It is complete and total and utter bullshit. The first sale of the Venezuelan oil that he got, he sold for $500,000. That money went into his offshore account in Qatar. That oil ain't his. That oil didn't come from the United States. What right did he have to take personal possession over money that came from the sale of oil that he stole, hijacked, committed piracy, taking the oil vessel out of international waters and bringing it to America? He had no right doing that. He's after everybody's oil. Colorado is damn near left with no water in the Hoover Dam. Or, well, Colorado's running out of water in their banks, the river banks, and all that stuff. But the water in the Hoover Dam is going away too. It has dropped over halfway from what it used to be. I drove an 18-wheeler for years. CDL Class A. Class A is a hazmat endorsement. When I did not have hazmat, back in the 2000s, all the way up to I want to say maybe 2002, 2003. I could, excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. I could be wrong. It may not have been, but it was right up around that time frame. Truck drivers used to be able to go over the Hoover Dam. You had to be patient about it. You absolutely had to take your time about it. And when one driver was sitting up at the top with the load, 72 feet worth of vehicle. Okay? 53-foot trailer, 15-foot or so of a truck. Okay? No. About 19 feet, anyway. 80,000 gross pounds is what you can max out with fuel and all. And then you'd have another truck sitting at the bottom of the Hoover getting ready to go up. You'd have to wait for the truck that's already on the Hoover to either get to the top or get to the bottom. But if a truck's coming up, once a truck got up there, you'd have to say one coming down over the CB. That way the truck at the bottom would wait for you to get down because the truck just come up. So he's got to wait his turn. You can only come up or down one at a time because it was that tight going around. Okay? So I have personally seen the Hoover Dam. And when I seen what the water was sitting at this weekend, over half that water's gone. That supplies all of Nevada with clean water. And the only person to thank for that is Trump. Okay? The last one is 15 chains. There is a blue dragon okay? A blue dragon holding the end of a chain. The other end of the chain has got two people chained up. Basically imprisoned. What looks like to be in a cave. But these two people are chained together. No matter what, they are chained back to back. One person, the male in the picture, is a blonde male. The other one is a female with brown hair. This represents Trump and Melania. Trump has fought and fought and fought to keep the Epstein files from coming out. because he is a part of the Epstein files, and so is she. So is she. And there's pictures of J.D. Vance floating around with him and Epstein together too. Don't get it twisted. Les Wexner's a part of it. Okay? That new attorneys general that Trump has got, again, just because his name ain't come out yet doesn't mean that he's not intertwined in it some kind of way. Some kind of way. When people say the Epstein class, these people really are the Epstein class. He made it a point to tell Marjorie Taylor Greene that his friends will get hurt if the files come out. Okay? And he also said all the people that she's met at the gatherings of Mar-a-Lago are his friends. Think about it. That's a lot of damn people that go to Mar-a-Lago. There's a lot of people there. Every single solitary one of them may not be directly involved, but anybody that was involved still goes to Mar-a-Lago. And the courts really should file for all of his properties under asset forfeiture and seize every asset he's got. Because there's not one place that hasn't been tainted. He's raped a girl at Trump Towers. Epstein's raped girls at Mar-a-Lago. I'm hearing he's got properties in 3 different countries. Where the hell do you think these girls came from? They were trafficked in from other countries. Come on. It don't take a genius. Open your eyes. It's time to wake up. But you see this card? You see how they're chained back to back? Orange Man wasn't talking about a divorce before she made the announcement that she did about the Epstein survivors coming up and testifying. After that, all of a sudden he wanted a divorce. She's trying to get them to come forward. He's trying to silence them. Why is that? She found out something that she never expected to hear that Trump has done. I promise you. She's changed their prenup, I think it was, 3 different times now. She has her own individual apartment in Trump Towers. She don't stay at the White House. She don't sleep in the same bed with him. And he stays at Mar-a-Lago. Wonder why that is. Has there ever been a search warrant issued to search the basement of the Mar-a-Lago house. Might ought to do that. Mar-a-Lago was built probably 120 years ago, I think. I seen a video on it from the original owner. Each piece of that house, from the rafters inside, to the marble floors inside, to the doors, to the chandeliers, to the original AC and heater, everything was shipped in from other countries. And one of them countries was Italy. So it's not like Zorro Ranch. You can't just bust into the walls and find proof unless they see something that looks kind of shady. They might find something in the walls. They may find something in the attic. There's a chance that they might find something in the basement. I'm not sure about the flooding area because of hurricanes and stuff and him being in Florida. But don't you think it's time that they issue search warrants for his house? I think so. But these two are, by this card, they've turned on each other. Okay. Things are fixing to get real down and dirty. And I've always said, said that Melania was the missing jigsaw puzzle piece to the Epstein, Trump files. She knows something. She knows lots of something. No matter how much she denies it, I know she knows more than what she leads on to. She's been married to this individual for entirely way too long. And she's been around Epstein. She's been around the attorneys. She's been around the modeling agencies, even though it wasn't Trump's. She's been in the modeling agency. And it's also floating around online that she was a call girl. Now I know for damn sure that if she was a call girl, let's stop and think about the odds that she wouldn't have been paid by one of these people that Trump knows and still associates itself with. We are talking about the Epstein class. I'm just saying. That's what I think. By my constitutional rights, my freedom of speech, to say whatever I believe and think. But this was the only tarot reading that I've done on Donald Trump. But he's destroying himself from the inside out. The MAGA base, his loyalties, all of them. They're going to start falling. And they're going to start falling after midterms. The only way to keep a Democrat out the only way to keep an independent out, and the only way to keep an apolitical out is for them to have lied and cheated and done the Jim Crow maps, which also violated the Civil Rights Act, the Civil Rights Voting Act of 1965, I think it's when it happened, when the Voting Rights Act come out for the African Americans. But that's it on the tarot reading. So have a good night. Share, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this reading. So anyway, thank you. Have a good night.